Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti
Samaprabha Nirvighna Kuru Me Deva Sarvakareshu
Sarvakareshu
Sarvada
Sarvada
Angikam
Angikam
Bhuvanam
Bhuvanam
Yasya Vachikam
Vachikam
Sarvamaya
Sarvamaya
Aharyam
Aharyam
Chandradharadi
Chandradharadi
Tam
Tam
Numaha
Numaha
Satvik
Satvik
Shivam
Shivam
Guru
Guru
Brahma
Brahma
Guru
Guru
Vishnu
Vishnu
Guru
Guru
Devo
Devo
Maheshwara
Maheshwaraha
Guru
Guru
Sakshat
Sakshat
Parabrahma
Parabrahma
Tasmai
Tasmai
Shri
Shri
Gurave
Gurave Namaha
Namaha
Saraswati
Namastuvyam
Namastubhyam
Varade
Varade Siddharam Tham
Vidyarambam
Karishyami
Karishyami
Siddhir
Siddhir
Bhavatu
Me
Me
Sada
Sada
Shanavadami
Sahanao Bhunatu Saha
Sah
Viryam
Viryam
Karavavahai
Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu
Tejasvinavadhitastu
Ma
Ma
Vidvijavahai
Vidvijavahai
Om Shanti
Om
Shanti
Shanti Shanti
Shanti Hari
Hari
Om
Om
Satgurubhyo
Satgurubhyo
Namaha
Namaha
Hari
Hari
Om.
Om.
Hariom to all of you, and especially the youngest ones, Ritti, Anvit, Roshan, those who have joined newly. Welcome to you. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. I hope I have chanted correctly. Rama Madam is there. She is teaching us how to chant shlokas in the proper way. We take all the efforts to learn chanting in correct way, because mantras, they are very powerful. Mananam traite iti mantraha means whenever you chant a specific mantra in specific meter, you would be getting the benefits that is derived from the mantra. And if you chant it incorrectly, it's okay because you are children. But
The
will
point is
we
that
chant
we are
incorrectly?
trying. The point is that we are trying.
Who is that?
So, Vidhi.
Vidya. I could not hear you.
Sir, I was trying to say that the point is that when we chant slokas, the point is, even if it's wrong, the point is that we should try.
We should try. Very good, Vidya. So in this class, this is okay. It is unofficial. We don't have any
Guys, I
competition.
have I'm not able to stay properly.
Yeah, but we would like to chant as much correctly as possible from now on, because Rama Madam is teaching us how to chant the mantras in a right way. So I have also shared the last class videos where Madam has taught us the basics of mantras. Coming to Swamiji, Swamiji has come to he's going to come to Bangalore on 1st May, and he will be giving us his darshan on 2nd May. Once again, I request, I have sent the details where to come. If someone is interested, please do come with your parents. We'll have food in the dinner in the night. We'll get to talk to him personally. Till today, I don't think so anyone has confirmed from you. In case you are confirming, you have to confirm by tomorrow earliest. We'll go ahead. We'll begin the class as usual with Nirvana Shatakam. Today, Shivang is going to chant and explain us verse number 5. Go ahead, Shivang. Shivang is there? He's not logged in? Okay. We will do it in the next class. We'll go to Rishikesh. Rishikesh,
Yes,
please chant us the 12.11 to 12.20 verse.
Yes, sir. अथैतदप्यशक्तोऽसि
Little louder.
Sir?
I'm not able to hear your voice. Little louder.
Yes, sir. अथैतदप्यशक्तोऽसि कर्तुं मद्योगमाश्रितः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं ततः कुरु यतात्मवान् श्रेयो हि ज्ञानमभ्यासा ज्ञानाद् विशिष्यते ध्यानात् कर्मफलत्यागा त्यागात् शान्तिरनन्तरम् अद्वेष्टा सर्वभूतानां मैत्रः करुण एव च निर्ममो निरहङ्कार समदुःखसुखक्षमी सन्तुष्ट सततं योगी यतात्मा दृढनिश्चयः मय्यर्पितमनो बुद्धिर्यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः यस्मां नो द्विजते लोको लोकान्नो द्विजते च यः हर्षामर्षभयोद्वेगैर्मुक्तो यश च मे प्रियः अनपेक्षशुचिर्दक्ष उदासीनो गतव्यतः सर्वारम्भपरित्यागी यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः यो न हृष्यति न द्वेषे न शोचति न काङ्क्षति शुभाशुभपरित्यागी भक्तिमान्य स मे प्रियः समशत्रौ च मित्रे च तथा मानापमानयोः शीतोष्णो सुखदुःखेषु समसङ्गविवर्जितः तुल्यनिन्दास्तुतिर्मौनी सन्तुष्टो येन केनचित् अनिकेतस्थिरमतिर्भक्तिमान् मे प्रियो नरः ये तु धर्म्यामृतमिदं यथोक्तं पर्युपासते शुद्धदाना मत्परमा भक्तास्तेतीव मे प्रियाः ओम तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासूपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे भक्तियोगो नाम 12.
Hariom. Very good, Rishikesh. Excellent chanting as always by you. Children, in this we are learning 12th chapter, and this is just the recitation. It is not the complete explanation, but I would like you to take into this look in 12.18. Shatrauscha mitrescha. So those people who don't really have friends and foes as well, in good honorable time and dishonorable time, in the cold and heat as well, in the comfort and discomfort, such people are free from attachments. Don't you think so? We all have likings. Children, don't you have likings for only ice cream? When on the plate there will be different dishes, you will only like to have one dish which is very dear to you, isn't it? Do you do like that?
Yes, sir.
When I was a child, I was doing it.
Sir, I don't have attachment to some things, but I have attachment to my grandparents, like a lot of attachment.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay to have attachment to grandparents, parents, friends, but there should be no aversion to someone. There should be as less enemies as possible for us. That's what Shri Krishna is telling. Like, you should understand that everything is made by God. So if there is some good you feel, okay, that is by God. And if something is bad, you don't like it, don't try to hate it. So the lesser the hate, the better you will reach towards the goal. That's what is said in this verse. So we will try to understand this as the verses comes. And today we will start the beginning of the class with some revision of the last class, as well as today madam will teach few more alphabets in Sanskrit. Please attentively listen to her, and then we start our 12th chapter with some stories, beautiful stories today we have.
Sir, Shiva.
Oh, Shivang, you have joined. Shall we go to Shivang's? I request everyone to join little early, 5 minutes, so that we have Omkara meditation. We are ready for the class. Okay, Shivang, go ahead.
Sir, the net and ID was wrong.
Next.
Net and ID was wrong. That's why I joined late.
Okay, no problem. You can go ahead, Shivang.
Name Mrityu Sang. Sir, 1 minute.
Okay.
Name Mrityu Sanka. Name Jati Beta. Pita Naiva Me Naiva Mata Na Janmaha. Na Bandhu Na Mitram Guru Naiva Shishyaha. Chitananta Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chitananta Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chitananta Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. The meaning of the verse is, I do not have doubt about my mortality and do not discriminate between the differences in birth. I have no father, mother, or the process of birth and death. I have no relationship and friendship, no guru and shishya. I am the embodiment of eternal bliss. I am Shiva and Shiva. Thank you.
Very nice, Shivang. Children, Nirvana Shatakam is not for praising you and me. It is for Lord Shiva. And he is the ultimate. He is the source of everything. For such Shiva, there is no father, mother, because there is no birth or no death for God. And he doesn't discriminate between any of good or bad. And he is immortal, or neither he is mortal. He is everything, encompassing everything. So this is describing Shiva. Shiva, the highest form of anything in this world, or you can say universe. Chidananda Rupam Shivoham Shivoham. So remember, this is the praise in the form of description of Lord Shiva. We will move to today's invited speaker, Rama Madam. She is a professor of Sanskrit and she actively teaches children from a long time. Today she is teaching us Varnamala. Over to you, Madam.
Hariom, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Good evening to you all, children.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
Namaste, ma'am.
Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste,
Hope you all, namaste. Hope you all remember what we learned in the last session.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
I was
Varnamala.
not there in the last session.
Okay. Now let us see in the first slide. You will see Sanskrit alphabets or Varnamala, Sanskrita Varnamala. In this we learned the first row and the second row alphabets are called vowels or swaras. And then the other, the 5 rows after that, they are called Mahapranas. And then, that is Vargiya Vyanjana. That is, they are all consonants. And the one row in the bottommost, they are also called Avargiya Vyanjana. And then bottommost below that, what you have is the special features or special characters. Today, we will be studying about the special characters. Now, out in the swaras, you have Hrasva Swara, that is short vowel, Dirgha Swara, that is long vowels. And you also have this Mishra Swaras, that is combination of 2 swaras, making it another swara. Alpas, this is Hrasva Swara is the short vowels which need 1 unit of time for pronunciation.
Ma'am, it's like in Kannada also it's there, no, ma'am?
Yes, yes, you are right. That is called matra kala. One matra is the time taken to blink once the eye, what you call eyelid. Okay, that time required to blink the eyelid is called the matra kala. That is the unit of time. Then we have this dirgha swara. They are the long vowels. And then what you have this is that is a, e, u, ru. These are called long vowels. A, I, o, au. These are all called a, I. Yes, tell me.
Ma'am, is this interrupting? Sorry if I am.
I didn't get you.
Chinmay, we will keep the questions at the end, please.
Okay.
Yes.
I know you were not there last class. We will take all your questions at the end because madam has to complete her presentation. Okay.
Yes,
Now
sir.
the O are called guna varnas. Then I and au are called vruddhi. Is called anuswara and aha is called visarga. This is the for two rows that they are all called swaras. So swaras are long vowels, short vowels, anuswara and visarga. There are 4 types. And then moving on to consonant, we have Vargiya Vyanjana, Avargiya Vyanjana, 5 classified Vyanjanas, 5 classes, like Kavarga, Chavarga, Tavarga, Pavarga, and then Tavarga. Then in the bottommost one row after that 5 rows, that is Avargiya Vyanjana. They are all Ya, Ra, La, Va, Sha, Sha, Saha. And then Ksha is called Samyuktakshara, the combination of 2 consonants. That is called Samyuktakshara, conjoined letters. Then in the bottommost of the chart, you see special characters. It says you have 2 dots, that is called Visarga. Then you have S mark in some of the shlokas. Definitely you would have come across. That is called Avagraha Chinha. Avagraha symbol. Avagraha means that is Akara is there. Okay. Then 1 dot on any letter. It is called Anuswara. Anuswara. And then you have got this Chandra Bindu. That is called like Omkara. You must remember the symbol of the letter alphabet Omkara, Pranava. That is, you give a Chandra Bindu after the above the Omkara. That is it. Then the last one is the Halant Chinha. Halant means ending with a consonant. That means no swara is added at the end of that letter. So that is it. For the Ishtaswara, yes.
Ma'am, this is similar to Hindi, right?
Yes. Hindi, you don't have Visarga, you have everything else. Here, this Anuswara, you can see in the shloka number 1 in 12th Adhyaya.
Hindi is this only.
Okay. Evam satata yuktaye. That evam, in the end, you hear the ending of the letter M. Evam. That is Anuswara. And then even in that Echapyaksharam avyaktam. Aksharam avyaktam. Even there you can see the Anuswara. Then moving on to the Visarga. Visarga is in shloka number 2. And then Shraddhaya Parayo Petaha. That is Visarga at the end of the 8th letter. Yoga Vittamaha. That is also another place where you see Visarga. Then Chandra Bindu, as I said earlier, it is what you write upon you while writing Omkara. And then this Halant Chinha, that is, you are seeing in the shloka number 1, line 2, Echapyaksharam avyaktam. there you are going to write, if you have a Sanskrit book, you can see A chap yaksharam avyaktam. Avyaktam makara is halant makara. So that is it. That is chinha of ma. I think Vishwesh, he was asking about this in the last class. Then this avagraha chinha in the example in this chapter, what you see is atha dvadashodhyayaha. Dvadashaha adhyayaha. Yes, wherever you see yes, that is called avagraha. Avagraha chinha, you are going to say akara is there. So dvadashaha adhyayaha, it becomes dvadashodhyayaha. And then in the shloka number 5, if you have a Gita book with you, you can see kleshodhikaratesham. Klesha adhikataraha. So that yes is adhikataraha, kleshodhikataraha. Adhikataraha, that is it. And then 10th shloka also, first line, you are seeing abhyase pyasamarthosi. There you have got 2 avagrahas. I hope you are all following this abhyase pyasamarthosi.
Yes, ma'am.
Abhyase api. So you have got that yes, that there wherever you see the yes chinha, it is in italic alphabet, then you say that is akara is there. And then and in the shloka number 11, athaidadapyashaktosi, there also you have to see yes. That means akara is there. So wherever yes avagraha chinha you see, there you must know that there is akara, but you need not split it. Sometimes we split, not when you are making a presentation about the meaning of the verse, that time, or when you are studying the meaning, that time we have to split it. And then what you had is that kshakara, na, tra, and then you have that shra, hya. These are all called conjunct consonants. It's a combination of 2 consonants followed by a swara or the vowel. Tra means, as you write in English, tra is THRA or TRA. You don't see a swara between T and R or SHR like that. Those letters are called conjunct consonants. So now with this background, we are going to see the next. So here, so far what we have learned, we have seen that. Then the barakadi, kagunita in Kannada and barakadi, that is you are going to add vowels to the vyanjanas, that is the tongue that is written here, that is ka, ka. Ka plus a becomes ka, ka plus a, ka, ka plus e, ki. In the next slide, you are seeing that. So that is it. Next slide, you see barakadi. And again in the next slide is very important slide where you want to see how more about visarga. Here, the basic visarga is called aha, aha. That is the swaras where you are going to get this one. That is the basic visarga. These are all called support vowel. That means it has to be pronounced, along with the vowel behind that aha. So as you see in this slide, k plus aha is kaha, ch plus aha is chaha, t plus aha, like that. Whatever the visarga you get in front of the vowel, the consonant, you have to pronounce it like that. That is the about that. And visarga sound with vowel a and a, e. Now we will see how to pronounce the visarga with akara, rasva swara and dirgha swara behind the visarga. As you see in the table to your right, you say kaha. Ka plus aha is kaha. How to pronounce it? Kaha. Ha is common everywhere. There, that ending vowel, it will change. Then kaha, ka plus aha, that is kaha. See, kaha, kaha. Then ka plus ihi, that is kihi. I hope you are all able to recognize those highlighted ones. Ka plus,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, ka plus ihi is kihi. Kihi, that is ka plus ihi, kihi. Kuhu, ka plus kuhu. Can anyone tell me what is kuhu? How you are going to get ku plus what is kuhu?
Ka plus u plus ka plus uhu.
Uhu. You see, kuhu is
Ka plus u plus aha.
ooh. Which way? It is long vowel. You know how I am pronouncing kuhu. Guru.
So ka plus u plus ka plus u plus aha. U plus ha.
Okay, good. Kuhu. Then you have this kruhu. That is rukara. Ruhu. Then you get ka plus ruhu becomes kruhu. Then you have the ka plus yehe. Ravehe. That is kehe. See how the ending hakara changes according to the vowel. Okay, you must make a note of this. Then ka plus aihi is kaihi. Then kauhu, kau plus ka plus auhu is kauhu. So this is how we have to pronounce when you see the visargas in the shlokas. Now moving on to the next slide, you will see the words in Sanskrit with all these visargas. See here, Ram plus aha, Ramaha. Next slide, sir. Rama plus aha, Ramaha. The second one is Balaha. Aha. Okay, Balaha. Ravihi, ihi, Ravihi. Then Lakshmihi, ihi. Are you able to understand what I am explaining, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, continuing. Guru becomes Guruhu, Uhu. Vadhuhu, Dirgha Ukara. Like how I asked, Huhu. And then we have Ravehe, Ramaihi, Aihi. Oho, example is Guroho. Now, Auhu, you have Gauhu. Now, in the same slide, we see A is pronounced like a word in the word O in the word sun. A in Ma, Matra, like that. And then even in the next slide, this is Swami Parmarthanandaji used this in the Tattva Bodha book. So that is A as in fun. Dirgha, that is long vowel, you have to pronounce it as father. Like how you pronounce A, long vowel in the word father. Like that, you can get the how to pronounce the words, then how to pronounce the long vowels, visargas, and everything. And in the consonants, you have three types, basically two types, Vargiya and Avargiya. Vargiya, you have two types, that is, in fact, three types. Alpa prana, that is non-aspirated, and then Mahaprana, aspirated. Can anyone tell me what are the rows for non-aspirated Alpa prana? Where you don't?
Ma'am, first and third.
1, 3,
Very
5.
good. Very good. Yes, very good. And second and fourth are aspirated alphabets. Then what is the fifth column letters are called?
Fifth column letters, Anusika.
Yes, very good. May I know your name?
Sharu Sharat, ma'am.
Oh, very nice. So, very good. Okay. Now with this background, and then Yara, Lava, they are all called Antastha or semi-vowels, and other the Sha, Sha, Saha, they are like Mahaprana, we pronounce Sha, Sa. What speciality of this Mahaprana while pronouncing? What is the thing happening regarding breath? What is the change?
We have to exhale.
Yes, you have to exhale. Very good. Good observation. So this Sa, Sha, Sha, Sa, Sha, Sha, Ha. These are all you are going to exhale while pronouncing. So they are called aspirated verbs. Now with this background, let us try to read one or chant one shloka that you are going to see in the next slide.
Ma'am,
See, this
can
is,
you,
yes,
ma'am, can you pronounce, sir, can you go to the back slide? Sir, ma'am, can you pronounce close to world, the letter which is written close to world?
which is that one? Which
Ma'am,
one you want?
ma'am, the last one, ma'am,
Okay,
before
that is
S.
La. Yes, that is called La. Okay. Usually in Sanskrit, we don't use that alphabet. Very rarely. Or maybe we will. Yes.
Kannada also there is La.
Yeah, La is there, Kola. That
La.
is, La is in Sanskrit. This La is not there in Sanskrit. Kannada is there, and in Hindi also it is there. Sometimes they use.
The last in Kannada, the last letter is La.
Yes, Atula. Yes, you are right. So now with this background, let us move on to the next slide. There we chant a shloka about Saraswati, the goddess of who gives us knowledge. See here, Yakundendu Tushara Hara Dhavala. If you see the one that is written in Sanskrit, they give after Ya, they give one full bar, under like Kundendu Tushara Hara Dhavala is all under one bar. Okay, that means it is one word. You cannot split this Yakundendu and then give a pass, then go to Tushara Hara Dhavala. No, you cannot say that. Whatever is under one bar, you have to pronounce it as a single word. They are called Samasa Pada or compound words. So Yakundendu Tushara Hara Dhavala Ya Shubhra Vastra Vruta. See here also Mahaprana, aspirated one, you have to pronounce very well. Ya Veena Varadanda Manditakara. Then give a pass. This is in a different meter, Shraddhara meter, I think. Ya Shweta Padmasana. Ya Brahmachuta Shankara Prabhrutibhihi. So that is also one word. So like this, you have to chant this. And you cannot see in English, a hyphen is given between Yakundendu, Tushara Hara Dhavala. That is all. That means it is one word. Wherever you see hyphen, it means it is one word. So with this background, let us chant this one. I will teach you. Can you all chant along with repeat after once I chant?
Yes.
Ya Kundendu Tushara Hara Dhavala.
Ya Kundendu Sharadhavalah.
Okay, give a pass. Then Ya Shubhra Vastra Vruta.
Ya
Shubhra Vastra
Ya Veena Varadanda Manditakara.
Ya Veena
Manditakaraha.
Karaha, no, it is Kara. Ya Shweta Padmasana.
Ya Shweta Padmasana.
Ya Brahmachyuta Shankara Prabhrutibhihi.
Ya
Devai Sada Pujita.
Devai Sada Pujita.
Sa mam patu Saraswati Bhagavati.
Nama Pathu Saraswati Bhagavati
Nisheshajadyapaha.
Nisheshadadyapaha
Adyapaha. Apaha. Yes, very good. So slowly, if you read along whatever the English wordings are given, you will get it slowly. You can pick up properly. Okay. Okay. With this, today we have learned long vowels, short vowels, aspirated, non-aspirated, and nasals. And then avargiya vinjana you have got yara, lava, shasha, saha, and then conjoined consonants, ksha, tra, gna. And then we learned about visarga, what happens after k plus aha, k plus aha, etc., how to pronounce them. And then we learned particular words, ramaha, guruhu, vadhuhu, like that. So with this, I think we have got little more knowledge about this visarga. With this, next time, because you practice and chant them, that time you can be little more cautious about all these things, what we learned so far, at least. Okay. Thank you all, children. Thank you, sir. Hariom. Namaste.
Namaste, ma'am. Thank you. Children, we have to learn this for our benefit. And how do we do that? Even after the class is over, I will be sending the videos. Please go at least once through the videos as a revision. Especially madam is teaching, it's not easy to grasp for some people, generally like me. I don't have any knowledge of Sanskrit. But with our constant self efforts, we will learn well. So we'll start today's class of the chapter 12. I thank you, madam, so much. We will be doing this 15 minutes, as many classes as possible in the vacation, so that you learn proper chanting. Because after the completion of 12th chapter, as we did in the 15th chapter, we had a competition. And I want as many children as they can participate. Many children were not able to participate last time. Everyone who participates will get a gift and a certificate. And the 1, 2, 3 will get a separate bonus gift. Okay? So let us chant all the verses of 12th chapter well, also pronounce well, and know the meaning. So children, don't tell me that you had not known this. So again and again I repeat in the classes that there is a competition after 12th chapter. Okay?
Sir? Sir?
Yeah.
Sir, when we'll send the audio, we have to chant and tell the meaning of.
That is at the end of the class, at end of the 12th chapter. First, let us finish all the verses. Okay? So how many verses? Yeah. So 20 verses only. One of the shortest chapters in
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
In that competition, when we send the audio, like first to a set of the yukta ye, like that, after we finish the whole verse, then we have to do meanings in the audio.
No, don't have to do meaning in the audio, but in the quiz, we will be asking you meaning. And any verse can be asked for you. Okay?
Sir,
Yes.
completion of the verses we
I think she is muted again.
Sir, I'm saying that like after the completion of every verse, whoever are chanting, they say one short shloka, right? After the whole chapter is done, we have to say that also while we are sending it to you.
Yeah, that is also okay. Whole beginning of the chapter and end of the chapter. That is also okay. Let us now deep dive into the 12th chapter. 20 verses. It completes entire essence of all the Vedas. You know 4 Vedas: Rig Veda, Sama Veda, Atharvana Veda, and I just stuck. Rig Veda,
Yajurveda.
Yajurveda. Okay, so 4 Vedas all condensed in one chapter, children. So this is a very important chapter, 20 verses. The first part deals with importance of bhakti, which we have already seen. Second will be the benefits of bhakti yoga, which we will see. And why this path is preferred by most? Because it's a path of devotion, bhakti, which seems very natural to human being. Just like a mother loves her child, and in turn the child's love towards mother is actually selfless, because the child sees mother as God, everything for him. Same way, Bhagwan here is telling us that see me as everything and in everything I am. So that type of bhakti, that type of highest devotion we are going to learn is 12th chapter. Before that, I would like to tell a small story.
Sir, 1 minute, sir. Sir, what is that marg you've written in the before slide?
Marga. Marga means way. Marga. Marga means a way of going to some place. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Story of Prahlada. I know you all know this story, but those people who have joined late in the class, those who have never learned about this, I will explain to them. Prahlada was a young boy, young like, Sharav or Anvit, very, very 6 years, 7 years old young boy. He was a very, very devout bhakta of Lord Vishnu. His father was a asura, a demon. His name was Hiranyakashipu. And Hiranyakashipu's elder brother was killed by Lord Vishnu. So he was very angry against.
It was the smaller brother, not the elder one.
Yeah.
Sir, Hiranyakshu was a smaller brother.
Okay, Hiranyakshu was smaller one. Good, thanks for correction. So he was very angry that Lord Vishnu killed his brother, and that's where he always wanted to revenge his brother's death. Whenever he sees Prahlada chanting Bhagwan's name, Narayana, Narayana, he will be very, very angry. He was so angry once that he made him go through a very torturous place where big elephants with long tusks wanted to kill him. But seeing God within him, they also bowed down to Prahlada. He didn't stop there. He sent a lot of asuras with different weapons and snakes and poisonous snakes and creatures, crawling creatures. In a cave, he kept him. But there too, God came and saved him. Then he did the ultimate. His sister, she was made to take Prahlada in her lap, and she had a boon that no fire can engulf her. But unfortunately, Prahlada's devotion to Vishnu was so high that the fire engulfed her and kept Prahlada as it is. Then he got very angry. He got so angry that he said, now I will take care of you. He said, where is your Narayana? Show me. Prahlada calmly told that he is in everything around you. He is in me, in you, and in this wall, in this pillar. And there he said, okay, if he is in the pillar, he went and kicked the pillar. He hit the pillar with his gada, and there came Narayana in the form of Narsimha Avtara. And he killed Hiranyakashipu, not in the air, not in the land, not inside the house, now outside the house. That was the boon given to Hiranyakashipu. He killed him at the edge of the entrance of the house.
Sir, the boon was like he could not die in day or night.
Right.
He could not die with any weapon. He could not die outside the house or inside the house. So he was died with claws, because claws is not a weapon. He was died in evening, because in evening is not either day or night, and he was died at the middle of the house. Like in the middle means the entrance of means when we keep the down part, if we touch there's a papa, that if he was killed there.
Correct, Vishnu. Very nice. So he died accordingly, and Vishnu in the form of Lord
Sir, it
Narasimha.
was not in the house or out the house, sir. He could not be dead in the sky or the land. So he put on the sorry, Narasimha. Swami Narasimha took Hiranyakashipu to the Gada. We call it Gada.
Yes.
Second, sir.
Yes.
Hiranyakashipu
Yes, go ahead.
can't be killed by weapons.
He was got the boon that
can't
he
be-
will not. He had got the boon that he will not be killed by any weapon. So that's okay. The idea.
Sir, Hiranyakashipu killed him on keeping him on his lap at the entrance of the house.
Correct. So you know the story. Very good. What I want to derive from here is that Prahlada was the highest bhakta. He was
Also, when Narasimha killed Hiranyakashipu, that time he used his claws. So claws are not a weapon, right? So,
Okay. Children, we'll come back to the moral of the story. Okay. The moral of the story is that a highest bhakta, param bhakta of Lord is Prahlada, and he sees everything and anything. He sees none other than the God. That is the moral of the story. Okay, so such a bhakta is very, very priya to Lord. See, the Lord is carrying that same bhakta, and how he carries, like a mother carrying the son or daughter. It is his own. See this picture previously. How is he? For the enemies, Lord is like this. But for the dearest bhakta who chant Narayana even a single time in the day, they will be like the daughter or son to the Lord. That is the moral of the story. So we again, for the revision sake, can you tell me we are in which shatakam of Bhagavad Gita? The 12th chapter? Pratama shatakam with Madhyama shatakam.
Madhyama Shatakam.
Madhyama Shatakam.
Okay, so for
Sir,
those
Karma Yoga?
who are new, I will just divide that Bhagavad Gita into, we know 18 chapters. First 6 is called Prathama, means first. Shataka means 6. And in this, we learn about Tvam. Tvam means you. You means ourselves, Arjuna. And it is all about Karma Yoga, self-efforts. And second, it is from 1 to 6 chapter. Madhyama Shatakam, where this 12th chapter comes, is telling it about Lord, Tat Padartha, and all about Upasana Yoga, means you meditate upon the Lord's name and form. And finally, what you get in this is grace of Lord. Finally, we
Sir,
have.
can I tell?
Who is that?
Sir, Chinmay.
Chinmay, tell me.
Sir, can I tell the meaning of Charana Shatakam?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's about you and God and your moksha. It's you and the relationship with you and God.
Correct. So the relationship is RC, means you and God are not different. God has made everything and anything in this world, so He is there within everyone, and that is called RC. And this understanding is Jnana Yoga. Only because of values, good values, as all the children who join the class, they are in time, they devote 1 hour in the week, they are having values. These values only will give you Jnana Yoga. Otherwise, those who are missing the classes, some people don't even know about these classes, not that they don't have value, but they won't get Jnanam. So, Bhakti Yoga is not a separate yoga. As I said, Pratama Shatkam is Karma Yoga, Madhyama Shatkam is Upasana Yoga, and Antima Shatkam is Jnana Yoga. All three common thread is Bhakti. So Bhakti is in all the three. That means Bhakti is in all the from first chapter to 18th chapter. Now, to know about one more bhakta, like we saw Prahlada, there is a bhakta named Kumbara. Kumbara means a potter. This will be explained to us by Rishikesh. Rishikesh, go ahead.
Yes, sir. When Namaste everyone. Sir?
Yeah, I can hear you, but little louder, maybe.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
When Arjuna asks Krishna about bhakti, Krishna emphasizes that the path of devotion is the highest among spiritual practices. The best examples of devotion of a devotee towards God is the story of Bhakta Kumbara. Gora Kumbara, a potter, turned into a saint who lived in the 13th to 14th century in the Teradoki village of Maharashtra. His devotion towards Lord Vittala is the best example for devotion in Bhakti Yoga of BhagawadGita. In this story, Bhakta Kumbar lost his child while curing the clay by his legs for making pots. He forgot himself while following Bhakti Marga in the form of bhajan. He lost himself while saying bhajans and chanting the name of Lord Vittala. He had the highest form of bhakti. He did not even notice his child under his feet as he immersed himself in chanting name of God. Later he was called as Saint Gorakumbar. He had so much devotion towards God that he even lost his child while curing the clay. So he became a saint. As a saint. Thank you. Hariom.
Thank you very much, Rishikesh. And later on, that was like an exam for his bhakta. Sometimes God, in his different forms, will take small exams. And there he found Gora Kumbara very truthful, very honest, and he returned his child because God can do all the miracles. And God returned his child to him because saying that you are the highest Param Bhakta and Lord takes care of those who are near to him. So that was a story, excellent story by Rishikesh. We will, because some have joined late or some were not there before, I will just run through the first 4 verses. The first verse, there was a question by Arjuna that which among the 2 yogis, whether the Saguna or Nirguna is stronger. The question itself is wrong because we can choose between different shirts, but we can't choose between a pant and shirt, isn't it? We have to have both of them. Similarly, when you go to a school, we have to go from primary to secondary to college. We can't directly land up in college, or we cannot be only in primary. So the question itself was wrong, but slowly, as a good teacher, he will answer. Saguna Bhakti means Upasana towards a single form, like Ganesha, Durga. Nirguna means it is a Bhakti of formless. God is not in any form worshipped. So tuning to the higher self is Nirguna Bhakti. This is what we learned from the first verse. Second verse is, he has said that Saguna Bhaktas, those who worship his different forms, are indeed great. Like some children worship Rama. Last time Aditi said she worships Rama because she likes that form. Some children worship Ganesha, Hanumana. So Saguna Bhaktas are indeed great. Nirguna Bhaktas attain me. As Prahlada, he is a Nirguna Bhakta. He did not require Vishnu in some form. Vishnu took a form.
I worship Ganesha.
You worship Ganesha. Okay, very good. Who is that?
Anvit.
Anvit, very good. So first you should start the worship with some form and slowly you will worship God in every form. Okay? And Krishna clarifies more in the third verse. Yes.
Sir, I don't worship any god because every god I worship.
Exactly. Then you are already reaching the college level, okay, in bhakti. So we are all children who worship in form is in the primary school. Those who are worshipping everything is secondary school, and those who worship your own higher self, like you know that God is within you, are PhD level. Okay. So in the third,
Only
yeah, I'm just let me complete this revision, okay? Then we'll come to the question answers. In third verse, Sharayu described Tva Aksharam or Aksharam, Avyaktam, Achintyam, Achalam, all these difference when the highest form is not seen, imperceptible to the senses, inconceivable to mentally also. You cannot form something in the mind. And Anirvachaniyam, indescribable. You cannot describe the Nirguna Brahman. Like space, example we saw, space is there everywhere. You cannot catch space. You cannot divide the space. You cannot multiply the space. So, and it is not seen and felt. That is the nearest example for Akshara Brahman, or the highest form of God.
Sir?
And yeah,
In Vishnu Sahasranama, there is one word. It describes Vishnu as undescribable, no matter what you use.
exactly. Thank you. So, Aditi explained in the last class about the yeah, you know full Sahasranama, very good. One day we'll ask you to chant, okay?
Without seeing, I know.
Very good. So the finally, when you cannot describe, when you cannot see, when you cannot touch it, and God is said that it is within you, then what you should do? You should start tuning yourself with that frequency which is within you to get the highest benefit out of it. So tuning to the highest self by sitting quietly, meditate upon yourself, will reach the highest purpose. Okay. I think we are short of time, and it's 9:15. Can we take this story, children? One story today?
Okay.
Akash, you are there?
Yes, sir, sure, sir.
Go ahead. We'll end the class with this story. I'm sorry, we are little short of time. Okay, go ahead, Akash.
Yes, sir. Hariom, Namaste. Sri Madhvacharya was an Indian philosopher who was born in the 13th century on the west coast of Karnataka. He took sannyasa in his guru was Sri Achyuta Preksha. He studied the holy books of Hindu philosophy, particularly the Upanishads, the BhagawadGita, and the Brahma Sutras. Together, these three are called the Prasthanatraya. He commented on these and is credited with 37 works in Sanskrit. His writing style was of extreme brevity and condensed expression. Sri Madhvacharya was the chief proponent of the Dvaita school of Vedanta. Dvaita philosophy makes a distinction between the individual soul or the Jivatma and the supreme soul or the Paramatma. According to this, the individual soul is ever dependent on the supreme soul and is never identical. He toured India several times, visiting places such as Bengal, Varanasi, Dwarka, Goa, and Kanyakumari, engaging in philosophical debates and visiting Hindu centers of learning. Established the Krishna Mutt at Udupi with a murti secured from Dwarka, Gujarat in 12,085. Dvaita school founded by him influenced Vaishnavism, the Bhakti movement in medieval India, and has been one of the three influential Vedanta philosophies along with Advaita Vedanta and Vishishtadvaita Vedanta. Vedanta philosophy is a little different from the philosophy of Advaita. In Advaita, the Jivatma is considered to be one with the Paramatma, while the Dvaita philosophy makes a distinction between the two. However, the common factor in both is the concept of bhakti or devotion. Both the philosophies give extremely high importance to cultivating bhakti towards the Supreme. Bhakti can be thought of as a combination of love and a deep sense of reverence and surrender to God. Vedanta defines different levels of bhakti. It starts from the simplest form, where one worships God in the form of his favorite deity. Is often accompanied by a request to God to fulfill a particular need like securing a job or clearing an entrance exam, etc. This form of bhakti is called Sakama Ekarupa Bhakti. As the devotion grows, the bhakta slowly realizes that everything in this world is God. At this point, the bhakti transforms to Aneka Rupa Bhakti, which is what we learned in the 11th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Vishvarupa Darshana Yoga. As it matures further, it becomes even more pure, and the bhakti finally transforms to Nishkama Arupa Bhakti, or devotion to the formless God without seeking anything in return. This is considered to be the highest form of bhakti, and those who achieve this are truly blessed. The easiest way to cultivate bhakti is to remember God as often as possible during our day and thank Him for what He has. We can worship God in any form which is dear to us, like Rama, Krishna, Ishvara, Hanuman, or Goddess Saraswati. The more important thing here is to continuously build a sense of reverence and gratitude in our mind for the Lord. We must also remember that whenever we face difficult situations in our life, we must take these as challenges, and must not lose faith and devotion in the Lord. We should remember that with His blessings, we can overcome any hurdle in our path. Once we make it a habit to frequently thank and worship God, this will eventually take us to the highest levels of bhakti, which will give us everlasting peace and joy.
Thank you, Akash. Thank you very much. The next class, we will take a very beautiful story. But now I will end the class and we will take all the questions. There are 7-8 children asking questions. We will end the class by chanting Purnamada.
Sir, can I do Purnamada?
Yeah, please chant.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat
Purnam Bhachati
Purnasya Purnamadaaya Purnamevavashyate. Om Shanti
Shanti Shanti Hariom.
Om Sadgurubhyo Namaha. Hari.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah,
I
I will
have a
ask
doubt.
one by one. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
I will be asking one. You unmute and ask. First, we start with down here.
Namaste, sir.
Narayani, you asked one doubt. Okay, go ahead.
Sir, you said that we should always eat sattvic food and not rajasic or tamasic. But on special occasions, on festivals, on weddings and all, we eat rajasic food. So that is okay, or it is not okay? But
I think for
but
children,
everyone.
yeah, for everyone.
But for everyone, sometimes even on specific times, you have. Is there anything like on specific times you have to eat specific things? Like on Shivratri, you have to fast, and on weddings you can have rajasic food because it is a festival or something.
Okay, can I ask Madam to answer this if she's there? Rama Madam. Madam, you are there? Okay. So it is not like specific days, but those days which are very powerful days like Shivaratri, you keep your stomach empty. Even sattvic food will be not good on that days. So nothing, it's all about meditation. When anything goes inside, juices will be formed. It requires energy. That day you should concentrate only on God. Okay, if you are having some occasions like party, birthday party, or wedding, as you said, you can eat whatever is there, but don't overeat. Don't do anything more than expected from you. So it's, you know, that rajasic food is also important because you have to study, you have to play. In olden times, the wars were happening where there was no machine gun to kill someone. He has to take the sword, very heavy, and have to cut the other enemies. That time he has to eat Rajasic food. Nowadays, we don't require to have so much Rajasic food. Otherwise, we will not able to sit in one place for even 5 minutes. That's why we don't take Rajasic food all the time. But in case you are in a ceremony, function, wedding, you can always have it. Okay? Good question.
So all the kings always used to have Rajasic food because all the time they have to keep on working, seeing what is happening in the village, jumping on horses, doing training and all. So
Yeah,
they have to eat Rajasic food.
it is when, see, we cannot tell a young, very dynamic person to sit quietly. He has to do work like a farmer or villager or some warrior. He has to eat for the work. Sattvic food will not get you that needed adrenaline rush, means to do some work. So that people
That's
is
the
okay
proteins. The proteins, Rajasic food has more proteins. So yeah.
Yes, so to build your muscle, you require protein, and Sattvic food also has, but it is as in lesser quantity. Okay. So Narayani,
Okay.
have I answered your question?
Yes, sir. And that's why sages eat the Sattvic.
Exactly. Sages eat Sattvic food because they don't go to the war. They are very quiet and calm in the mind. Now,
Okay, sir.
second question is Sharav. He has a question. We take his question.
Oh no, ma'am.
Excuse me, sir.
Sir,
Sharav,
sir, yeah, I needed to ask Rama madam this question.
I think Rama madam has left. You can ask me if I can convey the question to her later.
Oh, okay.
Excuse
For
me, sir.
Ram, we add Visarga Ramaha. Does that make a different meaning for the word? That was my doubt.
So, if you use a different visarga, does it make a different meaning of the word?
Yeah.
Right?
If we,
I will ask a question to her. Okay. Okay. Anyway, she will come to the next class also. We can ask her. Okay.
okay, sir.
Next is Raghav Varshini. You have a question, Raghav? Raghav, are you there?
Yes, sir. I am here. Sir, so I have the doubt that you just said that Prahlada does the Nirvana Mukti, but you said that he chants the name of God. So he is seeing God in a name. So how it can be Nirvana Guna? It should be Saguna.
Correct. So you're right. But he doesn't have to see the God in any form. So he is seeing God in everything and anything. It is Saguna form, okay. But basically, you know what happened after the Hiranyakashipu was killed? Lord Vishnu asked him, do you want me to, I want to give you a boon, ask for the boon. You know what Prahlada said? He said, I don't want anything from anyone. He was already in bliss. He doesn't want anything. Then Narsimha said, I will give you because you are very dear to me. He said, but I don't want anything. If you want to give something, then let this, even if I have a slightest thought in my mind to get something more, you should banish that thought. That much he was into the bliss or Chidananda Rupa himself. So anyway, you can call this as a Saguna Bhakti, but Prahlada is known for his highest bhakti, and that highest bhakti is a Nirguna form. He didn't pray Lord in any form. But a good
And
question.
I have one more doubt. So then how to achieve my goals? Because sometimes in exams I ready that in a month I will just cover this much syllabus, but I fail.
I didn't get your question, Raghav. थोड़ा नजदीक आके बात कीजिए.
I am asking that how to achieve the goals as sometimes means many times I just mark that in 1 week I will complete this much syllabus, this, that, these, those in exam days. But it fails, like I just lost my target. So how to complete that?
how to achieve my target if I have decided.
Yeah. So to be focused about what you have targeted, okay? So there is a target and you have to achieve that. You should not lose your focus. For example, you have made a timetable. A timetable has to complete in time. So what, as my example, I will tell, when I was doing my studies, I will keep a timetable in front of me. Early morning till evening, the time is written and what I have to do. Even for the lunch, I have given time. Even for the breakfast, I have given time. So if I don't achieve my goal, I will skip the lunch. Simple. If I don't achieve in the night, I will study till the late night. And vice versa. If I achieve early, I will enjoy. I will go to sleep early. But I will not lose my focus at all, because there will be some phone calls, there will be some birthdays, and timetable is not for entire whole year. It is for that exam time, isn't it, for you? So
Yes, sir.
you should not lose the focus, and you should have the discipline to complete your timetable. You will never falter in it, Raghav. No one will falter it.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, I don't have any more doubts.
Okay, then we will go to Chinmay. Chinmay has a question, and then Vishnu has a question. First, Chinmay.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Go
I
ahead.
have many questions.
I didn't.
Sir, actually, I wanted to ask if I could chant anything in the next class or anything
Okay,
like
I will give you Nirvana Shatakam, sixth Nirvana Shatakam. You can chant it and explain us, okay?
Yes, sir. And
Very
one
good.
more thing, sir, I have this doubt.
Hmm.
So my mom asked where are we meeting Guru? Yeah.
It is in Forum Mall, Bangalore. Near that, there is Prestige Aquapolis in the central. But you should have given the name early. If you give the name, then we can include it.
Sir, yes, sir. I want to come too.
Okay, then I will ask my Dr. Hegde. Okay, I have sent you the. I think I had sent long back to you all, right?
Yes, sir, but actually put the place.
No, sir also gave it yesterday, 2 days back only.
Okay, sir.
Okay, we'll see. I will send you again. Okay.
Yes, sir. I could not join last two classes. So can you can you
You want
send
me
me
to
the
send?
recording of the
It's
last two
already
classes?
sent in the group, Chinmay.
Yes,
Recording is already. If you want, I can send separately to you.
it's okay, sir.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Vishnu, your question or your drawings. It is the last now. Vishnu.
Sir, both. Sir, both.
Both. Okay. Then I will stop the share so I can see your drawings.
Yes, so first I'll tell you the doubt. So the doubt is, if being immortal is a curse or being a boon, is immortal being a curse or a boon?
What do you think? You tell me.
Mostly I think it's a curse because we need to get moksha.
Correct. You are absolutely correct. That if you want to be immortal, then you will never die, or you will die one day and again come to the life. So that cycle of samsara will continue. So getting freedom from this mortality, immortality, all this is important. Fantastic, Vishnu. Very good doubt, and you already had the answer. Now anything else?
This one, sir, I should have.
Wow, very good. It's a vase with the beautiful flowers in it. Fantastic.
Yes, sir. And I'll show you. And this is still going on.
Sir,
Shivang, yes, Shivang.
I want to also show my drawing.
Very good, Shivang. Excellent shading.
Thank you, sir.
Going on the clock.
Yes. This Anvit, Sharav, and Roshan, Riti. You may, if you want to be there, you can be there, or if you want to ask question or you leave, it is late in the night for you. Okay.
Sir, one more shading work I want to show you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you everyone
Thank
who would
you,
join.
sir, for class. It was nice.
Okay, what is this she's showing?
Flower.
Ah, beautiful, beautiful.
I think.
Your drawing is improving every day, Shivang and Vishnu. You are going for the same class?
No, sir.
Sir, I am looking at YouTube.
You are looking in YouTube and doing such a beautiful drawing. Excellent, excellent, Shivang.
And sir, this is also going on. 2 dolphins.
2 dolphins. I can't see. Little bit back. Oh, this is going on. Very good. One is jumping, one is in the water.
Yes, sir.
Excellent.
Because dolphins don't have gills, so they need air to breathe.
Okay, okay.
That's why
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Who is that? Anvit.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Anvit. We will see you next time, and I will give you the permission for starting the chanting. Okay.
Yeah, today I made it proper.
So next time you remind me. We will start with you.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Hariom. So shall I Zoom meeting? Roshan has left. Okay. Thank you, Riti. Thank you very much.
Bye, sir.
Bye bye. Namaste. See you next class. Bye bye.
Bye,
Bye, sir.